Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Irene and today's video is going to be all about my Queen's Gambit sewing project and all the vintage sewing patterns that I found in order to make those clothes. So if you guys don't know what I mean by Queen's Gambit project, Queen's Gambit is a Netflix show that I really liked, especially when it comes to fashion, but it's a really great show in general. I really recommend that you watch it. And I was like, since I know how to sew, why not? Why not try? But I'm not someone who can make patterns. Like, I've never tried to do that. Maybe I can. But what I wanted to do really specifically is to make sure that all those vintage cuts, vintage shapes are really there. It's not something that I can really get quite right because there are differences between modern cuts and vintage cuts, even like really slight differences that make such a huge difference. So what I did is I went and hunted down some vintage sewing patterns, and I decided to take this year of 2022 and throughout this year continue sewing some of the garments that I've seen on the show. Maybe I will change some of the colors so that it matches my color palette. Maybe I will find some sewing patterns that aren't exactly the same but quite close or with a twist. But that's going to be such a long project because every time before I sew something, I will be making also mock-ups and I'll be tracing those vintage patterns as to not have to cut them directly because that would damage them. And so get ready because I have so many sewing patterns that I will be showing you in this video, you guys. Let's go. So I have quite a lot of them, plus I have also some PDF ones which I will show you guys on the screen when I talk about them. So let's start with the ones that make up an outfit. So I divided these by standalone pieces and outfits. For example, the first outfit I'm going to be talking about is this one somewhere on the screen. And you can see there is a white blouse with black stripes, black pants, and in another scene she wore the same outfit with a gorgeous red trench coat. And I found these three patterns that I would like to make to replicate that. And first of all, the blouse pattern is strikingly similar. It's a 60s pattern that I found. So it's this one, and as you can see, around the edges and in the middle there are stripes going on. Those are just top stitching, but I will be using bias binding and viscose fabric in order to replicate that. And I will be making the one with the scoop neckline but with short sleeves so that it's the same as hers. It's gonna be such a cute top, such a like a simple but elegant, eye-catching top, and I will be making it with these black pants. This is such a simple one with like, how many pieces? Just 3 or 4 pieces. So easy to make. And I will be making the long one, of course. And I will also use these pants in another outfit that I'll be talking about soon. And I will be making this jacket, which is my favorite part of this outfit. Hers is a long red trench, and I found the same shade of red, a cotton twill. And I want to be making this one in red, and I'm just in love with the this square thing on the back, like the collar, I guess. And mine is going to be short like this, but I think it's such a cute pattern. By the way, I forgot to tell you, this is a Butterick 7260, and the blouse is a Butterick 2396, and the pants are Vogue 6822. Next is something I will be making with these pants if I have the time. So I'm not promising that I will be making all of these because there are so many, but I will be trying to do as many of them as I can, at least for the time being. So one of those is I will be making these black pants for the other outfit, and I'll be using it as well if I make this coat in white. And that is because in the very end she is wearing this white queen inspired outfit, which has a very similar jacket and a matching hat. I don't know about the matching hat part, I've never made a hat before, but I thought it was a gorgeous outfit and I would like to be able to replicate it, and this coat seems simple, and it's going to be something without plaid or anything, so maybe it's gonna be easy to make. So it will depend on my on the time I have on my hands, as well as the fabrics options that I find, because I don't want to use wool. Of course, I don't use wool. So next is one of the more like known outfits of this series, I believe. And that is, in the beginning when she's still a student, she wears a shirt with a sort of pinafore dress, which is plaid, and I was so in love with that. And I found this shirt, the white one, with large collars that is really similar to the one she wore, and I would like to try making that. And for the dress, I found this, and I'll be making this without those stripes in plaid fabric, which is really hard to find. Believe me, one that is pretty and good quality is really hard to find, but I will find it. This is an Advanced 5533, and the shirt is a Butterick 6649. Oh, and the coat from before is a Simplicity 7263. So the next outfit is one that was shown really quickly, but I still really liked it. She's wearing this pink and white plaid coat, which has this super simple 60s silhouette. It looks like a jiffy pattern like the one I have, and a not very visible black dress. And I actually didn't plan to make the dress, but I ended up finding a very similar sewing pattern, so I decided to make it. So the coat is a Simplicity 5835, and I'll be making, so this white one, I guess the pink one below here is the same. And it will be made with a yellow plaid fabric. I actually already started making it. I'll be putting a video or photo of it on the screen. And the dress is going to be another 60s very simple dress, which is this, and I'll be probably making it in like sort of grayish black fabric. I think it's going to be brushed cotton or viscose, probably viscose. And I really like this square button detail that they added in the front, so I'll be looking for that as well. So another very well liked outfit from this series is the one with the black jacket and the mustard turtleneck she's wearing, with this gorgeous eye makeup and this turquoise beanie and black jeans or pants. I did not really like the beanie part, so I'm not gonna be making that, but I found a jacket which is really strikingly similar. It's a Simplicity 3444, and the brown one is just really similar in my opinion. I don't really like the skirt, but that doesn't matter, because I'm going to be pairing this with some black jeans I already have, plus I wore in the last video a turtleneck which is in the mustard color. I don't know if you guys remember, but that one is going to be the turtleneck that I'll be pairing this with, and it's really easy to make, the turtleneck, so I'm really excited for that. So the next patterns are two different blouses that I'll be making with matching skirts, but the skirt pattern is going to be the same probably. I'll be putting it on the screen because it's a PDF, and the blouses are these two. So you might remember this, I believe I talked about this one before, but this one has this green version, which is really similar to that yellow one she wore when she was in, I guess, Mexico or something, and I really liked it, and I will be making a matching skirt that will go with it. This one is quite an easy one to make. I already made a mock-up for that, and I fitted it and all, so it will be just done and gone when I have the fabric to make it. And the next one is an amazing pattern that I fell in love with. In fact, when it was Christmas, I made this one with a floral Liberty fabric, and I will be making this one to replicate the white blouse she wore in one of the episodes, and I'll be matching it with a yellow skirt, or like an orangey yellow skirt that will go with it. And I really especially like this sewing pattern. I think together with the red jacket pattern, this one is probably my favorite out of all of them. So next we have two dresses. The most famous outfit probably of all the show is this Minty dress with the bow in the front, and it's like the colors of the pills she's taking, and it's just really perfectly representative of her mental health in that moment. So I found a very similar pattern, but it was very hard to find. I think this is like late 60s. It's a Butterick 4102. I will be making this yellow one, but the red stripe parts, it's obviously going to be another color, but it's going to be the last, so there isn't going to be another layer of yellow like there is here. So I'm going to be changing it, and I'll be adding the bow in the front, and I hope that's going to come out well. I hope that's going to be cute. So next I found this 70s pattern, which I didn't really like most of the things on this pattern, so this jacket vest thingy is really not for me. But I really liked this blue dress, and I thought it's really similar to a green velvet dress that she wears nearly in the end of the series during this big match she's having. So I don't know if I'll be able to find the same fabric in good quality, because usually that kind of fabric, it's silk, and I don't use silk. But I'll be making something like that, maybe with another fabric or another color, but I will do my best to find the most similar one, because I really like the original color that it had. But we'll see what I'll find actually. So the last one is another outfit that she wore, which has some sort of skirt-ish short thingy, which I wasn't sure what it was exactly, and I ended up looking closely, and I believe it's like a short. It's a pair of shorts, but that looks a lot like a skirt, and I ended up finding this pattern that I already had, which has a very similar pair of shorts here, this one, and I already made a mock-up for that. You might have seen it on Instagram, and it just looked so nice. And I will be making this in a sort of mustard goldish fabric, and a matching top with a sort of patterned fabric from Liberty that I'll be showing you guys in another video. And that one is going to be using another PDF pattern, because I had another pattern that I wanted to use for that blouse, but it just didn't work out. I made a mock-up and it looked horrible. Like, the pattern itself was awkward, the fit was not nice, and no matter what you did, like, it just wasn't good. So I decided to try out another sewing pattern, and I'll be trying out that one, and if it works, that's going to be great. I will be making the top short-sleeved, because I feel like the shorts are so summery, and it's like uncomfortable to wear like long sleeves in the summer, so it makes no sense to me. I'll be making it short sleeve for that reason. So these are all of the sewing patterns that I've been wanting to show you guys, and for now these are all the outfits that I want to be making, and hopefully not more, because there's already quite a lot, and I'll be making as many of these as possible. This is going to take a long time, but I hope that it's going to be enjoyable. I will be making some sew-alongs, and also in the end of the project I'll be making lookbooks. So I'm really excited for this project. I'm really inspired by it, and I really wish you guys a great day, have an amazing week, and see you next time. Bye!